Hello Internet, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this garage door stronger. Keep watching. Welcome to Scott's Garage. Welcome literally to my garage. Whether it's working on a car, a daily driver or a project car, or a project around the yard or a home improvement project, all of my do-it-yourself projects begin here in my garage. Scott's Garage is a place for do-it-yourselfers. Welcome to my channel. Now this video is part of a playlist called Garage Door. You can see the playlist here, and so far there's only one other video on here. But what was happening was that our garage door, you would hit the button to close it and it would just go down a little bit and it would get stuck. And I'd have my wife push the button and I'd push some downward pressure and it would shut. And then after a few hours it would work correctly for a few days and then it would go back to the same thing. In the previous video, I showed how simply lubricating the door correctly took care of the problem. However, there were some other issues, and that's what this video is all about. Now, here's the presenting problem. So this very thin sheet metal frame, basically of the garage door, is pulling away, and this first roller here, likewise, it's just there's quite a gap there, and it's bent right there. And so that's the presenting problem, and we are going to reinforce at least the lower part of this door with some angle iron. Okay, here's the angle iron. I purchased two 6-foot sticks at Lowe's. It's quite expensive. They're $28 a piece. I think I can just get by using one stick of it for this purpose. And the dimensions of this are 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. So 2 1/4 this way, 1 1/2 that way, this angle iron. And I'm using my Dremel to cut it. Now I've already done this side, and I reinforced actually 2 levels there. And what I'm going to show you though is on the left side of the garage door, it wasn't nearly as bent, but I'm going to reinforce this side, and I'll show you that in this video. Okay, here's how I'm going about this. First of all, I put the garage door at a workable level. Might as well make it easier on yourself. The second thing I did is, there's a cable and it's preloaded. You can't see it because the garage door is in the way, but there's those 2 gigantic springs, kind of here in a piece of conduit or pipe that goes all the way through it. And then you have some pulleys on each side. Well, those springs are preloaded, and it's really meant so that when the garage door is shut, that it's easier for the motor to pull it up. So the pressure is always going to be going up. And we're going to be taking this off. I don't want tremendous pressure pulling up on that. So what I did is I took a locking pliers. You can see it there. It's a Vice Grip brand. And I clamped it very tightly. And it's going to want to go clockwise. So I just positioned it, clamped it in place right next to the wall so it's not going anywhere. So I can now safely remove these 2 sheet metal bolts, take that off. Okay, now I'm ready to take these bolts out. For my application, this is an 11 millimeter. Okay, I expected it to drop down a little bit. It's no big deal. At least it wasn't dropping down further than that. Now I can get this out of the way. I'll work on the angle iron. Also need to take this off as well. Going to bend this hinge up, get it out of the way. Gives us clear access. We'll get it on there, put the hinges back in place, and we'll drill and we will firmly secure it. Okay, I'm going to position the angle iron in place. Oh, sweet. This is going to work out well. If you can see from that camera angle, but 2 of the holes line up perfectly. It's enough to get the hinge in place and tightened, and then I can proceed to really cinch it down with drilling and putting other sheet metal screws in. and tight, and I'll get the socket. Now to get this in place, we're going to have to physically lift up on the garage door, which I'm not going to worry about at this point. I'm going to get the drill bit in my drill. I'm going to pre-drill some holes, get some sheet metal bolts in there, and then we'll work on this at the end. Okay, I'm drilling holes where I know there's metal to metal to metal, so I'm avoiding these big holes. You know, they're equivalent down here. For the most part, I'm going to avoid the pre-holed holes here too. Just again through the metal, and it's pretty much in the center is where I want to go. Okay, next I'm going to use some sheet metal screws, self-tapping screws. I already pre-drilled, but it just makes it a little bit easier. It's pretty tough steel. What I drilled it with is still smaller, so this will work well. And it's number 12, 1 inch. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to take the cable off. Again, it's safe to do that at this point. It just loops around and comes off, not too difficult. That'll allow me to get this in place, to pre-drill and get it going. Like that. Forgot to hit record, but I was able to get the cable back on there. I still have the locking pliers up there, so I'm going to release those and we should be good to go. Okay, the project is complete. So I got the angle iron on both sides, and I've actually been finished this project for a few days now. I've had zero problems with the door. With the reinforcement, it made the garage door much stronger. When they originally built the garage and put the door in place, probably would have been better if they would have put some wood lathing, between the sheet metal parts of it, but they didn't. But this has worked quite well with the angle iron, and it shuts beautifully. I have had no problems with it not shutting. And as far as I'm concerned, this project is complete. If you got any value at all from this video, please hit like. It costs you nothing, with a great value to me. At the time of this video, I have about 2,800 subscribers. When I reach 5,000, it's time to celebrate with a $50 gift card giveaway. I'm going to do a random drawing since I started promoting this. So randomly we'll pick a video, randomly we'll pick a comment. So 2 things to qualify: hit the like button and leave a comment. That's it. You have great odds of winning. Why not give it a try? Have a great day.